Hey guys, what is going on? This is TheSpartan with another unit review. Now, Dr. Vogel over here has a pretty bad boss fight going with the Ancient Construct, which Shatter from the weapon tech can be used on to pretty much insta-kill that thing if you combine it with the Power Crush from the mech troop, so I'm not too worried about it, but yeah, all the Dexters and everything around just gets really annoying. Alright, now back to the important part. What we're going to be reviewing today is the Tier 3 reward, which was the drone. Now, the drone, I actually think that this guy's like a nerfed version of the combat jetpack, the jetpack troop, arrow jetpack, there it is. Because it has just one attack that's a guided missile that deals high explosive damage to one area. Now, 75% armor piercing is nothing to laugh at, with a 120% crit with his vehicle, so this thing can deal some damage. Now, when we look at the arrow jetpack troop, it does have just one attack, extremely high damage, high armor piercing, a good crit versus vehicle. So yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that that's what this thing is, except it shaves off the 100 armor that this guy has. Now back to this unit. This thing's literally just a drone. Yeah, it deals less damage, and it doesn't hit as wide of an area, so it's not as powerful as the arrow jetpack, but you can kind of see where I'm going with that comparison there. So this thing has a prep time of 1, cooldown of 5, and all that fun stuff. So, let's get started. Now, where can I find like some raiders or something? Raider scout. Nah, I actually want to go fight some rebels. So let's go do that. Someone actually dared me to fight rebels using only low-level troops. Sure thing, man. Challenge accepted. As long as I get to use a weapon tech. Alright, so here are the rebel forces. These aren't too bad. Now, the first thing you'll notice about the drone is that it's tiny compared to the other warplanes that we get in this game. But that's what I expected it to look like. I mean, why would a small combat drone be like the size of a frickin' tank? That wouldn't make much sense. And yeah, where are my ET? Right here? Oh, only 7 units, whatever. Let's get started. So, I'm just gonna get rid of this tank killer really fast. And yep, it froze. I wanted it to freeze, and now it's dead. I really hate Hitmen, not because of how they attack, but because of how long the animation takes. So, now let's see how much damage this thing can deal on an unfrozen mega tank. 276, you know, that's not bad. Really, I mean, a tank shell can deal 204, so this thing with a crit, plus it hit the other units to the side too, so it hits about as hard as a rank 6 mega tank on other tanks, I guess I could say. I'm not sure what else. Does the tank shell, how much armor piercing does the tank shell? Yeah, 75, so this thing essentially hits as hard as a mega tank, a rank 6. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm sure it could do better. So, let me just read that. Now I want to see how much damage it can deal to frozen units. And my dog's like running crazy in my room for some reason. So, let me blow this thing up. Chill out. Stop hopping all over the place, okay? No, okay. Let me blow this thing up. And 480. I think that's the last number. That's good damage. Like, that's good. And thanks for sneezing on my screen, dog. I really appreciate that. Alright, so let me just blow these guys up. So overall, for a tier 3, this isn't too bad of a unit. It's nothing compared to things like the F-10 maybe, or the anti-air capabilities of the Hurricane. But like I said, we've seen worst tier rewards like the Hellfire helicopter Like, that thing is awful, unless it got a buff recently that I'm not aware of. Who cares? Z2 can buff that thing as much as it wants. I refuse to use that unit. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This was TheSpartan, and goodbye.